I believe in everything, and I believe in nothing. That's how I keep my mind open. You know what I mean? You take everything with a grain of salt. I feel like there's a little bit of truth in everything, and I feel like there's a little bit of false and lies in everything as well. Bro, you can ask me as many questions as you want. You know I love y'all. I'm Joey Badass, and you watching MONTREALITY. Stay tuned. So a lot of people don't know that the law of attraction goes hand in hand with the law of detachment. You know what I'm saying? People think like, oh, okay, like, I just gotta think about it, it's gonna come to me. But in all reality, you gotta let go of that thought into the universe for it to come back to you. It's almost like, when you're in school and it's this girl that you really want and you showing her all the attention that she could possibly get, and she's just not fucking with you for every reason until that one day you decide to not show up that attention and now she on you. You know what I mean? You apply that to a lot of areas in life, and that's how it operates. The law of attraction is the law of detachment. I'm not afraid. If I was afraid, you'd have never heard me speak about these things, but hell yeah, I'm a threat to the government. Like, sometimes I like to act like I'm not, but I'm for sure 100%. I'm a 22 young black male who's very aware and enlightened of his surroundings and what's going on in this country. And not only am I aware, but I'm sharing it with my fans. And to be honest, most of my fans is 75% white, which is like 75% of solving the situation, because what it really is a lot of white people is not educated on what's going on. So the fact that I could be a voice to educate them, oh yeah, I'm a big threat, you know what I mean? But I'm not scared. This is what I was put on the earth for. This is not even my first life, so shit. You end this one short, I'm gonna be right back, nigga. Yeah, I already know. And you end this one short, nigga, my shit gonna be way greater than it is now. Like, shit, I'm gonna get my roses then for sure. God forbid. But if I pass away, nigga, I wanna put all my shit out myself. I'm gonna try to feed y'all as much as I can while I'm here. My favorite anime is gotta be like between, Pokemon is a classic anime, Dragon Ball Z is a classic anime. I gotta say my favorite anime that I actually dived into is Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah. You know what? I really thought it was crazy the way the little bro died and his spirit took over that shiny suit. I think in a lot of animes and cartoons in general, there's a lot of hidden messages, but that's one that I got right away. Like, oh shit, this is on some spiritual shit, and I connected with it just instantly. You know what I'm saying? But I also like his red trench coat. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the pattern was he had on the back of it, but it always inspired me to make a similar jacket in the future. Oh yeah, I was in Bed-Stuy listening to that whole shit, and I was just like, yes, it sounds just like the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was riding through the neighborhood like, this is the fucking soundtrack right now. You know what I mean? I didn't feel that way about Magna Carta. So I was glad that this was definitely like him just getting on that. Fuck what everybody else is doing. I'm about to do this. Me and No ID going in on this. I'm about to talk my shit. And honestly, I feel like I was an inspiration to that album. Honestly, I know I was an inspiration to that album. There's nothing nobody could tell me. You know what I'm saying? I put certain pressure on these OGs in the rap game, like they know what they gotta talk about now. Cause they got this young nigga Joey Badass coming out talking about this shit before they got the chance to talk about it. So now he on. But it is what it is. I love that album, it's great. I'm glad he spoke about everything he spoke on, and I'm glad I could be inspiration. It keeps me hungry, it keeps me wanting more. It keeps me wanting to go harder. Like right now, I'm at my best. I'm at my most ultimate, It's organic, it's genuine because, you know, to tell the truth, like when I met everybody in TD, I met Q, Kendrick, Solo, Rock when I was 17. And, you know, from there it's just been, and I've been a fan of TDE since I was 15, 16 really. You know, they was just getting put on my shit. I was still fairly young. Like they ain't even, 1999 was not even out. Most of the music wasn't even made yet when I first met, you know them. I was still 16 actually, you know what I'm saying? So they ain't really hear none of my shit, but just to meet them at that early age, it was super motivation. It just made me go hard, like, damn, like, I already met like some of my favorite rappers, you know what I mean? Within a year of me doing this shit, so I'ma just go harder, you know? And with Solo, that's my soul brother, you know what I mean? Like, he got 47 tatted, like that's for life. That's brother for life.
I'm part of the 4-7 gang. Shout out to the pro era, man. Joey, CJ, and Kirk, and them, all of the homies over there.
Shout out to Doe Burger too, you know what I mean? And you know, me and Kendrick, we don't talk too much. We never really got the chance to really build, but I already know we right here with it, you know what I'm saying? And timing is everything with me. I just let the universe take its course. Like when that's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I don't ever trip about that. I feel like Kendrick represents authenticity. He represents real rap. He represents, you know, real artists. He represents real artistry. He represents poetry. You know what I mean? There's a long list of, you know, the great things that he represents, you know what I'm saying? And shit, I appreciate him for being here, you know what I mean? I appreciate him for being a part of this rap game, a part of hip hop history because shit, you know what I mean? Before we had him, we was really in a critical condition, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's just funny because, like I said, I've been a fan, I've been following since 15. So I'm like almost like one of those fans that's like fickle, like, now the whole world wanna get up on him and ride his wave. Like, y'all niggas is late. Like, now everybody's a Kendrick Lamar fan. Like, oh, wow. Like, y'all niggas is just bandwagoners, you know what I'm saying? But it's also different for me because, you know what I mean, now I'm one of the best rappers in the world myself. So it's like, it's competition, you know what I mean? Yeah. I gotta say To Pimp a Butterfly is definitely my number one. You know, just cause of course the message, but he introduced a musicianship. Like he reintroduced a musicianship back to hip hop on a real major mainstream level that I think, you know, was really unique and really needed. So I definitely would rank that number one. I'd probably rank Good Kid, Mad City 2, Section 83, Damn 4. Yeah, that's just me though, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. I mean, you know, there's a fake balance. It's still an imbalance. But what I will say is what we need to do as a genre, as a whole, is we first need to appoint who are the officials. And you know, that could change every 5 years, you know what I'm saying, or 10 years, but we need to point who the officials are. And the reason being is because then the officials need to state exactly, because you know, hip hop has evolved, just like rock and roll. From rock and roll, there's heavy metal, there's soft rock, there's punk rock, there's many subgenres to that vast genre. Hip hop has the same thing. Hip hop is the new rock and roll. So there's many subgenres to hip hop now. There's trap, whatever you want to call it, lyrical rap, conscious rap, whatever the fuck you want to call it, mumble rap, sing rap, auto-tune rap, R&B, all types of shit, you know what I mean, that derived from hip hop. So after we appoint the officials, what they need to do is appropriately label the subgenres. And once we label the subgenres, we are able to restore that balance in the hip hop game. Because therefore nobody is getting left out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is getting recognition they don't deserve, or you know what I'm saying, or being slept on, shit like that. Because it's like, yo, Cause not for nothing, you know, there's trap artists out there who really deserve everything. And honestly, every artist who works hard for themselves and their family deserve everything that's coming their way. But you know, there's trap artists who music to me like really is game changing. Like, you know, fuck you if you don't fuck with me for saying this, but you know, Young Thug, Lil Uzi, they've introduced a whole different style, if you ask me, to this vast genre of music, you know what I mean? And they should receive their credit and their shine for that. But at the same time, you got artists like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole who still, you know, doing textbook rhyme shit, real lyrical rhyme shit, real people shit. And of course, you know, they should be put on the pedestal as well and you know, shown the gratitude for that. But I think we will really maintain order and balance if we can really establish what those subgenres are. That way when the awards come up, there's nobody getting overshined or overshadowed. There's nobody who you feel like is getting that award and he didn't deserve it. You know what? Nah, cause he got best trap album. This dude got best lyrical album. This dude got best R&B album. This dude got best auto-tune rap. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta establish what it is, cause the shit has evolved so much and it's gotten so old because, you know, the old model is hip hop, rap. It's like 10 years past that, over 10 years past that. We need is hip hop, which is the vast shit. You can't even call that a genre in itself anymore. It's rap, trap, lyrical rap, conscious. We gotta reestablish what that is. And then we can fully have a balance. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've thought about this shit for a long time. Cause it's like, yo, like the little Uzis, the Young Thugs of the world, they deserve their credit. But at the same time, Kendrick Lamar's and J. Cole's and Joey Badasses shouldn't be getting overshadowed because of that. It's two different lanes. And they both need to be respected as such. Yo, BT, take that, all right? That's free ideas. So, wow, this is a question I've never been asked before. But the first time I did psychedelics was in 2012. And that was shrooms. And you know, the experience I had, super magical. Like it was supernatural. Like we took them at like 4 a.m. and we went to sleep. And literally it was me, CJ, Dirty, and Steez. And we were all in the same dream. And we woke up 3 hours later and we spoke about that dream that we were all in. And yeah, that shit bust my head. And we only got 3 hours of sleep. We spoke about the dream, like, yo, like, damn, like, shit, we really speak about the same dream that we was in. Like, this is fucking crazy. You know, and then after that, we were in Whistler, Canada, by the way. We was in Whistler. So you already know that shit is in the mountains, fucking mad nature and shit around. So we were in the perfect place, to say the least. You know what I mean? And we pretty much just explored. I damn near broke my leg because I thought I was Superman. I jumped from like this high ass point. Steez became super psychic on that shit. He was like, Halim is looking for us right now. We turned, Halim was coming right to us, looking for us. Like, I'm like, wow, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what I would say about psychedelics is like, it's not to be abused. Like, I've never abused them. It's always been like a once a year type of thing for me. And I don't even take psychedelics anymore. Like, if I'm approached with them, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, you get what you get out of it and then you just kind of move on. You have your experiences. It's not meant to be like, you know, taken on a regular basis, a regular consumption type of thing. I still think love is a really, is like a very big part of love is still undiscovered. Because I feel like there's a lot of people who still can't explain love. I'm one of them. Like, you know, I'm in love with a person and I can't really explain. I mean, of course I know I'm in love with them, but it's like the feeling that I get. You know what I'm saying? I can't really explain why I get that feeling. Like, I'm so in love with this person that anything this person do is so sensitive to me. You know what I mean? Like, anything could just affect my emotions. And I can't really explain what that is. Like, some may call it love, but then it's just like, damn, but why am I mad? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I aggravated? Why am I frustrated? So, I don't know, man. I ain't got the answer on what love is. To be honest, I'm 22 years old and I'm still trying to figure it out. But, you know, what I do know from love is it is open and it is honest and it's completely organic. You know what I'm saying? You can feel when it's not. You know when love is not real love or fake love. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's all the energy thing, man, but I ain't got the answer to that. I wish I did. Give me the fourth interview. You know, suicidal talk, that's a real tough one because in all honesty, the only person who could get you out of that thinking is yourself. And that's a real tough thing to deal with and cope with. And, you know, even when you have someone in your life who's showing you all the signs, it's like it's in your human nature to not really like take that person. You don't want to take that person serious. You don't even want to believe that that's really the intensity of this person's feelings and emotions and thoughts. You know what I mean? So, like, what I can say to anybody out there feeling that is like, just try to talk to the people around you as much as you can and try to expose to them the way that you feel and, you know, in hopes that their eyes are open enough to see it and, you know, help you through it. But the truth is, the only person who could really help you through it is yourself. So everybody gotta find that inner strength, you know what I mean? And shit, I've been there. I've had suicidal thoughts and shit, I couldn't even take myself serious. Like, I don't think I got the courage to do that to myself, you know what I mean? As low as I've been, like, I don't feel like I've ever, like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I've ever really had the courage to really take it there. And, you know, at the end of the day, it was really just all on me to get myself out that position. It's like, when you're that low, it's like you don't even really want nobody to know, you know what I'm saying? When you want to be gone, you just want to be gone. You don't want to talk to nobody about it. You don't want to hear nobody out. You just want to go, you know what I'm saying? So it's really about connecting to your inner self, staying close to God, knowing that everything in the universe, everywhere, the place that you at right now is where you're supposed to be, and knowing that everything happens for a reason, the good and bad, and you just gotta accept it. And most importantly, where you are now is just a reflection of your past thoughts, your past thinking. So if you wanna change your future, you gotta change your thoughts now, and then put them into action ultimately. But don't forget the law of detachment. It's Joey Badass, and I'm here with MONTREALITY. Peace.
MONTREALITY Show.
You're not here to off yourself. That is a complete waste of birth, don't you think? It's a complete waste of birth. You are not here to take yourself out. It's not supposed to be easy here. It's not supposed to be easy here.